This is Full Game Prometheus, the only YouTuber that shows full games of all the schemes he breaks down. I show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I'm going to be breaking down the Atlanta playbook of the Atlanta Falcons. This is a phenomenal playbook. This is going to be the first part of a 4-part series, starting off with one of the funnest formations with some really great plays, which is going to be the single back deuce close. I know that this some of the plays have actually already been shown on YouTube, but this is going to be a full breakdown of the scheme, so you guys can utilize it. What's great about the single back deuce close is this is a formation that you can flip your plays any way that you want. And we're going to go ahead and show you a few of the different audibles, and then a couple of the actual plays that we're going to go ahead. So one of the plays is going to be stick. My base audible run is going to be the inside zone split, which is really not the best run play out of this entire formation. There is one that's going to be really cool. The tight end angle, which is great. You can attack your opponent off to the left, and then you've got the play action drag that you can attack your opponent off to the right, and it's got a great man beater for some deep yardage. Now the base plays that we're going to pick is going to be some of the running plays. So here's one of the few counters that I like. It actually plays more like a power play, and then also stretch, and then the halfback wham. This is by far one of the best plays in the game. Now the other play that we're going to actually utilize is going to be the play action stretch shot. I like this particular play because it's got a unique route with the inside zone. You can use the play action misdirection, but my preference is actually to go ahead and use the play action stretch shot. So let's go ahead and jump into this formation so you guys can take a look at it. Now, by far the best play in this game, and it will set up pretty much everything else for you, is this running play at the very bottom of the screen, which is the halfback wham. This works like a very unique trap play. It's going to get your blockers up to the next level, and you're going to be able to go and take on. So if you got a good blocking tight end, this is really going to help your game a lot. So let's just go ahead and show you how this play works. Alright, so basically with this particular play, you could flip it either way, and it's a very fast acting blocking scheme, and all you're going to really do is just go ahead and look for your hole right up the middle right here, and it actually gets really good hole up the inside. So we can run this play a couple times, and it's actually extremely effective because of the way the holes actually get developed. So I'm going to be able to break one pretty soon right here. But you can see a nice little run on the inside. What's good about it is you can flip it either way. Your opponent really is not going to know what's going on, and you can get some huge runs up the middle, and it's going to force your opponent to actually go ahead and close up the gaps off to the left. So just really good run, and a very fast run where the ball gets to the halfback real quick. So basically you're attacking the inside with the halfback wham. It's such a fast developing play. A good complement would either be staying with the stretch play, or what I really prefer is the counter weak. What's great about the counter weak is that you could show them the same look, but now you're going to be running off to the edge against your opponent, and you're going to be able to go and get a nice little edge rush out there. So if you get it between the tackle, that's actually a nice little thing that you can do. And you get a nice little seal right off the edge, off the A gap too, if you want to go ahead and follow that. So what's good about this play is that you can flip it. Let's see, actually this has got stacked defenders, so we're going to go ahead and stay with it. But as you can see, I can flip the play, essentially giving my opponent the same kind of a look. And as you can see right here, look at that. Got tackled by the back end, but that was actually could have went house. And here's the situation. We're going to go ahead and flip the play. And once again, I've got extra blockers, and I've got a nice little seam, well, actually where my offensive lineman went ahead and blocked up and sealed for me. So that's good about this particular run. You can use a stretch play in this, or the actual the zone. I don't really care for the zone too much. I don't think it's that great of a play. It's still another inside run. And my preference is just to basically go ahead and do a little motion. I might want to cut that back with the zone. Because the inside zone I just don't feel like is as effective as the wham. If you're going to be using any kind of running play, I would recommend probably using the wham, but as you can see right here, I actually was able to go and cut it back because the blocking is off to the left side. Now let's go take a look at some of the pass plays. This is where stuff gets really exciting. Now you have basically 3 different audibles that you can choose from. You have the stick, you get the tight end angle, and then you have the play action drag wheel. Stick is a great play primarily because you can actually use streak slant concepts to actually go ahead and open up yourself nice little quick fast routes. So you can go either way, either side, wherever your preference is. So basically what I do is I go ahead and streak up the tight end that I want to go and throw the backside on, and I go ahead and put my other wide receiver, I put him on a slant. And I can do that either side. It doesn't really make much of a difference. And what's great about this route is that these slants generally will get wide open, and you can actually get an easy, fast completion against your opponent with this particular stick. So just go ahead and set this up. 2 quick adjustments. And all you have to do is just go ahead and do a slant over the middle, and you're going to be able to pick up some fairly easy yards against your opponent. So now they got to actually go ahead and stop the run, and then you've got these fast routes. Now the smartest progression essentially is to go ahead and take a look at the flat. If the flat's not wide open, then just go ahead and take the next progression, which is going to be the in. So let's go ahead and take a look at this instant replay so you can understand my progression. So I know that this is going to be a slant route. This is going to be a streak which is going to clear out the slant for me. My first progression is going to be the flat. This is a smart way to read it, and if I get a defender that falls out, basically I know that particular, it's going to be man coverage. So man coverage, these slant routes basically will blow it up. And I can go ahead and clear over. And because of the way this, I've got a streak on the inside, and I also have like a reverse hitch route. The defenders usually that play a robber are not in the area, so that's why I do like this particular play, is that I can actually go ahead and hit it fairly quickly and just get a ball over the middle. Look at a 5 yards, easy, fast progression. Any kind of pressure that my opponent's going to go after me, he's going to have to bait me for this play. But what's great about that is that I've got a bunch of other plays that are going to be attacking my opponent on the outside, so I'm not really concerned about that too quick. So this is a good play to jump into just to hurry up to get an easy completion. So the next play we're going to take a look at in our audibles is going to be the tight end angle. And basically my progressions are going to be taking a look. I'm going to make all my progressions based off of the tight end number 2, which is going to be the triangle tight end. If no one falls into the seam, I'm going to rifle the ball to him immediately. If defenders fall into the seam, I'll make my progressions down and then up, and then I've got the backside tight end angle route. The running back route that's actually in a wing, I'm not going to actually go ahead and hit that. So my first progression is going to be the seam. I'm going to go ahead and attack my person's my opponent in the seam if I can get it, because it's an easy 15 yards. Once again, nobody falls in the seam, but I've also got this crossing route if someone falls in the seam by my wide receiver number 2. Nobody in the seam. I've also got this tight end going over the middle on the angle route that actually gets a free release. So this particular play is just so easy. I can flip it either side. Once again, same reads. I've got a check down with a little drag route underneath, and it's really going to force my opponent to go ahead and defend these different areas of the field. Just a phenomenal play, easy to check down to. And if you got a very elite wide receiver, he's going to go ahead and make some great plays for you just on the drag route alone. So once again, I'm going to go ahead and check this wide receiver, see if he gets, or this tight end right here, see if he gets followed. He gets followed. My next progression is going to be underneath. And also I've got the deep corner route, which I actually, if I wanted to go and throw it, I could have done that. I just prefer, since this wide receiver, but my backside wide receiver was just blowing this guy out of the water, I'm going to check down and take that fast progression and take the easy yards since there's nobody in the flat. So the last progression play, or last audible we're going to take a look at, is going to be the play action drag wheel. And what I like to do is I like to do 2 adjustments. I want to go ahead and take my tight end number 1 and put him into a flat route, and I'm going to block my running back, sending 4 people on routes. Now, I can tell you that my wide receiver on the left-hand side, number 1, which is Julio Jones, I'm not looking at him. I'm only making basically 3 progressions. I'm going to look to the flat first with my tight end number 1. Then if a defender's in the area, I'm going to go ahead and take a look at my tight end number 2, which is trio going up, doing across the middle, then going up. I'll fall into a unique area of the zones. If it's man coverage and I've got enough time, I actually should be able to hit Sanu over the middle on that like angled flat, or like flat route. It just gets very easy release, and that's going to give me a good 20-yard game. Nobody goes into flat. I'm going to hit that immediately. I'm going to force my opponent to defend the flats, because this is one of the few flat plays we're going to hit. And once again, I'm going to block my running back, go ahead and flat up my tight end. And what's great about this particular play is that if a defender does fall into flat, you can see right there that that tight end gets in a unique area of the zone. So I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the flat. Actually, as you can see right here, it's zone coverage, and the flat defender comes out to defend the flat. But because of this drag route, I could have thrown it right here, but if I wait just a little bit, he actually is going to go up a little bit more. So I actually got rid of that ball fairly quick, but if I waited a little bit, he would actually ran right up here in the seam, and actually probably would have been able to pick up some more yards for me. Now on the back side of this particular formation, I've got this guy going on another level. Against man coverage, he should get wide open. I'm going to go ahead and flat up my tight end and block my running back. And against man coverage, this wide receiver actually gets really good separation against man coverage. You can see right there, I picked up 20 yards, actually a touchdown on that particular route. So you can see what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my first read. I'll take the flat if it's a cover 3 blitz. I'll go ahead and do that, but this defender actually floats out. So my next progression is going to be over here, and as you can see, he's actually, I could have popped him over the middle because he's got inside position against the defender right there. But with man coverage, this route is just money because he goes into the middle of the field and then he cuts flat. And if he's got a defender over him, which is kind of the ideal situation, he's going to get essentially easy separation. You can see right there, I might actually go ahead and get a touchdown off that play. Now the final play we're going to take a look at is going to be the play action stretch shot. I do make 2 adjustments on this particular play, and I put one of my guys in motion. So with this play, I can flip it either way. And what's great about it is actually it's a levels concept. So what I do is I take my backside tight end and actually put him on a flat route, because once again I'm going to be attacking the flats. And then another thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take this tight end that's in this unique little route. I'm going to go ahead and put him in motion and let him settle down. And once he settles down, I'm going to snap the ball. Now, this is a levels concept, tacking my opponent off the left-hand side. And what's great about this particular play is that you can go either way with it. It's 2 quick adjustments, and then you just a quick motion. Let this guy settle down, and then you've got basically a nice little money route out here to the outside with your tight end that actually gets separation against man coverage. So my first read is going to be this tight end going into the flat, and he gets followed on a man read. So I've got a man read right now because he gets just followed completely out to the flat. My next progression is going to be this guy right here, which is going to be someone who's going to get separation because the way the route is designed. It's a unique route that always gets separation against man coverage. I'm going to do a pass lead down. You can see right here, defender makes a bad play in the ball, and I'm able to go ahead and take it to the house. So I can leave this play the way it is, or I can flip it really quick. And I don't like using play action. I just don't like the automation. I don't like getting sucked into it. But once again, if no one goes into the flat, I'm going to go ahead and tack the flat. That's going to be easy completion right there. I'm going to flip the play. I'm going to go ahead, tight end number 2, put him in a flat. I'm going to block my running back to get rid of that play action auto motion. I'm going to go ahead and take my tight end and actually motion him over. And if no one goes in a flat, if not, once again, this looks like it was some kind of a blitz, and it really messed up the assignments, and I was able to go ahead and get an easy completion. So this is a good play to go ahead and throw into the scheme. Your opponent's going to be looking for running plays, looking for pass plays. He's not know what you're going to be doing. You're going to be attacking the outside, the inside. So this is going to hit all different areas of the field with this particular formation. So that's what I do like about it, and they're going to have to stop that run, which is going to be very, very difficult for your opponent to handle. So you can fake audibles, actually show your opponent some runs. You can use a stretch play like this, force him to go ahead and defend against the run, defend against the flats, and it's going to put you just in a really good situation to go ahead and stop, actually cause your opponent a lot of confusion, and you can take some good shots up top. So I hope you guys enjoy this. Go ahead and hit the like button if you want to go ahead and see more of this Atlanta playbook. I'm thinking about actually rolling out some schemes in the I-form close. Also, the gun split close. There's some pretty cool plays in that, and that's a good tournament type of scheme, the gun split close. And then the gun bunch wide is a gun bunch formation, but it's wide. It's got some phenomenally crazy plays. I couldn't settle down on many base plays. There's just so many great base plays that you can utilize into the scheme. So I'll be going ahead and doing a very extensive breakdown of that. So my subscribers, thanks for your support, and until next time.